So you weren't made for comfort. You were carved for conflict, built for burden, born to become greater. Through resilience and resistance, you'll grow under the pressure. Keep your health and your wealth. Try to be as mindful and good as you can think. Try to be aligned with order and reason and rationality. Life is good when effort is put into practice. Having a goal promotes positive emotion while changing it. So, like, if you don't have a positive goal, no dopamine, nothing chasing after. Yeah, you can watch a whole bunch of videos, but, like, for the most part, like, chasing a goal, picking one, better than nothing. Pick an aim. Doesn't matter what it is, just don't be aimless. And then adjust your movement, adjust your course as you learn more, as you fail, as you practice, and try to correct yourself. Take time to meditate. 20 minutes twice a day shows results in the changing of the brain. I read an article about that like they could detect the changes in the people who did 20 minutes twice a day in their cognition, how they acted, what their brain signals were like. People who meditate can have more self-awareness. You can catch yourself slipping from discipline. It's not just peaceful, but it's also great for tactical awareness. When speaking to women, it's good to be aware of your breath. Try not to be weirdly still. Move naturally and relax. Like, a lot of people will stiffen up. They won't move. They'll stop breathing. They'll kind of freak out, like get a little upset or emotional. And yeah, it's really easy to find a girl. It's a numbers game and being adept at self-improvement. You should seek to enlighten and teach anyone who's willing to listen. For the greater good. That's my goal. To be a man who attends to problems and handles his emotions and seeks the betterment of himself and others. We need strength, clarity, and service. I've cracked the code. Attraction isn't about being magnetic. Be disciplined, self-aware, and seek emotional mastery. Try to be a leader and carry the lines of where we are bound by. Don't be a complete retard tyrant. Try to be cool. Want drugs? I say go for it. But remember that you should also work out once whatever you're on wears off. Strength, clarity, and service. Command over oneself, striving higher and higher. Pick an aim. Any aim is better than nothing. Adjust as you experiment with what's worthwhile. Yeah, watching educational YouTube can be fun and sometimes informative, but for the most part, we sink hours into watching being goofy slaves to the screen. Trying to take breaks from social media. If you're writing for social media, then you should be working every day, writing and filming videos. That's an exception. Try to make content and consume for some period. Meditation 20 minutes twice a day or an hour at once, or at minimum 5 minutes to 15 minutes is better than minimum 5. But hell, if it's all you got, 5 minutes, then do so. A man is supposed to protect and bring his tribe up, not for adornments and cheers for you. Some famous sort of way. For the greater good, not fame, powers, but responsibility. For the greater good, not fame, not power, but responsibility. To be a man who attends, listens, solves, endures. One who can lead, not for glory, but for direction. We carry the lines of where we are bound. Through strength, through clarity, through service. That is the path. That is the code. Good no matter what. I read Man's Search for Meaning in Gulag Archipelago. Both Man's Search for Meaning is in a Gulag, or in a Nazi concentration camp, and then the Gulag Archipelago is in Russia. Humans can choose during the 1900s, even when locked up in a concentration camp or a gulag, to be a saint or a sinner. Some people crumble, turn on each other, in general just avoidant and cowardly oftentimes. Life, love it. Say yes to it. The challenge and the difficulty. Always believe in the intrinsic goodness of life. It's worth it even when it's just a short moment followed by death. Doing good is worth over survival. It would be a sort of hell of a claim to say that I do so, but who knows what I'd do under pressure. But I think I am maybe that sort of person who would do saintly things and act good under serious suppression and authoritarian rule. People under authoritarian rule should seek truth and speak it. Tyrants become powerful when the truth is suppressed, and the population could be full of informants. Simply speaking the truth can start a cascade of people choosing to seek betterment and truth. Mental mastery. Meditate twice a day. Breathe when you speak. Discipline isn't rigid, it's tactical. You highlight mental clarity as a tool, not as a trend. Meditation becomes a blade sharpening awareness, not a spa treatment. Service and selfhood. For the greater good, not fame, not power, but responsibility. This line deserves to be engraved. You're not chasing clout, you're carrying the tribe. That's real leadership. Protect, uplift, solve problems. That's masculine service. Attracted by alignment. I've cracked the code. Attraction isn't magnetic, it's resonant. Be disciplined. Be aware. Master emotion. You dismantle the pickup game mentally and replace it with self-improvement as the game. We could all be more social. You should talk to as many people as you can. I am personally just starting. I listened to a video by Hamza talking about how you have time to have a short conversation. I walked up to this girl in the gym yesterday. She ended up having a boyfriend. She's cute and all, but it was still worthwhile. I had to talk. We just talked about working out a little bit, and I told her about the 1,000 squats and 500 push-ups. I would never try to fuck a girl in a relationship. Definitely not. Why would I be in a relationship with someone who's not loyal to me? I'm loyal in whatever I might end up with. I won't have sex, saving myself maybe for my wife, or I have a religious covenant that goes farther for Save the System, the organization dedicated to the progress and preservation of mankind. Facing suffering. God damn it. So yeah, I have a religious belief that I need to wait for either marriage or just no sex at all, which would be, I'm fine with that. I think so. I don't really feel like I'm losing anything by not having sex. Facing suffering and systems. Man can choose even in hell, crumble or stand, coward or sing, pulling the man's search for meaning and the Gulag Archipelago. This is where your philosophy turns historical. Imagine giving your buddy an extra potato out of what's mostly liquid and low nutritional value. It's like, oh, here you get a little extra potato, and oh my god, so that's one of the best things you could experience in one of these concentration camps is just having a potato or having some bread. Content consumption creation, write, film, daily. If you consume what's with purpose. This might be the core of your brand. You live what you post. You call out lazy screen time and positions your own content as a call to action. Don't just consume. You learn through teaching. Start a YouTube channel. It's our duty to take a part in public discourse and help bring each other up. Be warm and loving, hugs and love, treat each other well, strive for the better. We are interconnected. Lend an ear, listen to them, talk to them, attend to their emotional needs. What I can do or don't do affects the outcome of the world. Philosophy, grit, discipline, and conviction to carve into my day-to-day. You should have good attributes. If I fall, let it be while rising. If I speak, let it be the truth. If I live, let it be with intent. And if I lead, let it be for those behind me. No idols, no illusions, just the weight of choice and the fire of effort. It's not easy, it's not clean, but it's the way. Protect what's worth protecting. Build what's worth building. Burn brightly. Serve boldly. Stand firmly. And when you die, let it not be as someone who just watched. Let it be someone who did and strived for greatness and did their very best and called upon the good and tried to act and reflect God in his highest state and all that. But yeah, so that was just my script. And most people don't really reveal their script usually, but that was just a pretty decent script. It's fun writing. What I need to do is write. So instead of watching YouTube or whatever, after this, I'm going to write more. Maybe write another episode. I don't know. But yeah, have an aim, pick a goal, strive for it. As you fail, learn and adjust your aim.